Welcome to Life Academy. Have you ever noticed that some of the smartest people in school don't always become the most successful in life? Have you noticed that? Take a moment and think about it. We've all seen it happen. The student who always came first in class sometimes end up working for someone who even struggled to pass exams. How is that possible? Where intelligence and hard work suddenly no longer important? Or is there another kind of education that begins only after we leave this classroom? For most of us, life follows a familiar pattern. We wake up early, put on our uniforms, sit in classrooms for years, write examinations, celebrate graduations, and believe we are finally ready to face the world. That day is one of the happiest moments in many families. Parents celebrate, friends take photographs, certificates are framed and proudly displayed on living room. Some people, you get into their parlor, their sitting room, you see on their wall their graduation pictures. It feels like the end of a long journey. But what if that day isn't the end at all? What if it's actually the beginning? Because the truth is this: the day you graduate is the day your real education begins. Now, before we go any further, let me make something very clear. This is not a criticism of school. No. School performs one of the most important responsibilities in any society. Without teachers, there will be no doctors, no engineers, no lawyers, no scientists. There won't be, no architect or accountants. Schools teach us how to read, write, calculate, communicate, and even understand the world around us. Those lessons matter a lot, very, very important. It matters. In fact, they are the foundation upon which every profession is built. But there is a difference between a foundation and a finished building. Imagine let's assume you want to build your dream house. The first thing you construct is the foundation. It is essential, right? Without it, the entire building could collapse. But no one builds only a foundation and then moves in. A home also needs walls, a roof, doors, windows, electricity, water, furniture. Only then does it become a place where people can truly live. Education works in much the same way. School gives us the foundation. Life teaches us how to build everything else. Unfortunately, many people never receive that second education. Not because they are lazy, not because they are unintelligent, but because no one ever told them it existed. Think back to your years in school. Did anyone teach you how to negotiate your salary? Did anyone explain how inflation slowly reduces the values of money sitting in a bank account? Were you taught how to recognize manipulation in advertising or social media? Did anyone show you how to build a business from an idea? How to invest wisely? How to understand your emotions before making important decisions? How to communicate during conflict? For most people, the answer is no. Not because teachers didn't care, but because no education system can teach everything. The world changes too quickly. Just 20 years ago, many of the careers that exist today didn't exist at all. There were no professional YouTubers, no content creators, building global businesses from their bedrooms, just like I'm doing. No artificial intelligence helping people write, design, translate, analyze data or create software in minutes. Entire industries have appeared within a single generation. How could a textbook printed years ago prepare students for opportunities that had not yet been invented? It couldn't. And that isn't anyone's fault. It simply reminds us that education must continue long after graduation. The people who succeed in today's world are really the people who know everything. No, they are the people who never stop learning. They remain curious, they ask better questions, they adapt when the world changes. They replace outdated beliefs with better ideas. In other words, they become lifelong students. That is the education many of us were never told about. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all. Your certificate may open the first door, but your willingness to keep learning determines how many more doors we open after that. This is why Life Academy exists. Not to replace schools, not to compete with teachers, but to continue the education that every human being deserves. An education about money, about decision making, about psychology, about relationships, about technology, about business, about purpose, about building a meaningful life. Because the world will continue to change, whether you like it or not. Technology will continue to evolve. New opportunities will continue to appear. The question is not whether the future will change. The question is whether we will continue learning with it. And if we do, then no matter where we started, no matter how difficult our circumstances may seem today, there will always be another lesson to learn, another skill to develop, another opportunity waiting to be discovered. Because knowledge changes the way we think. Thinking changes the decisions we make. The decisions we have the power to change our lives. Welcome to Life Academy.